Well, while the Super Bowl certainly has quite an impact in the world of sports, some also say that it can tell us about the world of investing as well. In this morning's U.S. Bank Economic 360, Mike Denneman, Senior Vice President of U.S. Bank, joins Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer to talk about the Super Bowl stock market indicator and what it could tell us about the market this year. Rob and Mike.
Peg, thanks. Mike, thanks for being here.
Good morning.
I guess we're supposed to know something about that hippo. I've never seen that hippo before. So this can't really be a thing, right? A stock market indicator with the Super Bowl?
Believe it or not, yes, it really is out there. This is a theory that was first introduced by a sports writer back in the 70s. This idea that the outcome of the game could tell us what the market was going to do for the rest of the year. And so, we've talked many times on this program about different theories in the market, things like, a Santa Claus rally or a January effect, or even, the sell in May and go away. And so those different quirks seem odd at first until you kind of dig into it a little bit and see that, well, maybe there's actually some logic behind that. On the other hand, the idea that the outcome of the Super Bowl can tell us about the market, that one we've got to take with a pretty big grain of salt, right?
So how does this one work?
Right, so as the theories go, it's pretty simple. It says that if the team from the NFC wins, the market will go higher. On the other hand, if the team from the AFC wins, the market will go lower. So that's pretty straightforward, right? Except it's a little bit more complicated than that. When it was first put out there in the 70s, remember, very clear cut. There were teams from the old NFL and teams from the old AFL.
Right.
Since the merger, though, teams have switched conferences, there have been expansion teams, and so these have muddied the waters quite a bit. So it's a little bit of a stretch these days to kind of go back and extrapolate. But again, the basic idea is NFC good, AFC bad. So if you're watching tonight, I guess if you want your investments to do well, you would root for the old school NFL Eagles. On the other hand, if you don't care too much about the direction of the market, you can feel okay rooting for the old AFL Patriots.
Does this, does it work? Are there stats behind this?
So, okay, it depends on what you mean by the word work, right? So on one hand, if you look at the data back through history, and again, if you play with the rules a little bit, the predictor actually works about 75% of the time. So that's an amazing track record. Most predictors would love to have that type of success rate. On the other hand, no, it doesn't work at all. There's no correlation between the outcome of a football game and the direction of the stock market, right? And so it's chalked up to being pure coincidence. The fact that it is, quote unquote, worked so many times keeps it from being totally ignored. But again, even then you have to kind of shoehorn the rules to make things fit. And so, no, good trivia question, a good conversation starter at your Super Bowl party tonight, but it goes without saying, please do not make any important investment decisions based on the outcome of the Super Bowl.
And especially if you've had too much beer at the Super Bowl. Yeah, thank you very much, Mike.